So the post office is divided into two types of carriers, a rural carrier and a city carrier. But the differences between the two is what I really want to go over to help you determine which one you want to be. So I'll try to keep it simple, but still talk about important things that really will help you determine which one you want to choose to be. So obviously, the main similarity is that whether you are a city carrier or a rural carrier, you're delivering mail. But hearing the differences between the two is what's really going to make or break your decision. So dress code, the typical mailman uniform that we've all seen in movies, TV shows, or in person. That is the city carrier uniform. It is required to wear that every day, along with leather shoes that are there to protect your feet. You're standing all day, walking around, handling not only packages, but equipment that you wouldn't want to fall on your toes. On the rural side, there is a dress code as well. They have some casual t-shirts that you can buy that has the post office logo in the front. You don't need to go to Amazon or Etsy to buy you post office uniforms before your first day. You can wear what you have in your closet up until a point where there may be a vendor that comes to your post office to sell you those post office t-shirts. And yes, you do have to wear leather shoes as well. But the difference between rural leather shoes and a city carrier leather shoes is that the city carriers kind of look like boots. On the rural side, as long as you are wearing leather shoes, you can buy any brand. If you want to look good, feel good, you can do that as long as they are leather shoes. Now, pay scale. If you haven't seen my first video, please go and watch that so you can understand what it means to be an RCA, a rural carrier associate. The city carrier side has that as well. It's called a CCA, a city carrier associate. When you're first starting out on the post office, whether you are an RCA or a CCA, you get paid by the hour, and you're going to get your money's worth. It's about when you become a regular, meaning you get your own route, meaning you've been there for a couple years already. You finally get your own route. You focus on you and your route only every single day, and then you're able to go home. That should be your goal as a new mail carrier for the post office. But where the pay difference comes in, on the rural side, when you become a regular, you are no longer paid by the hour. You get paid based off how big your route is. That is your set pay, like you are on salary. So the cool thing is, if you get done in 4 hours, you can go home. You get done in 5, you can go home. If you get done in 3, you can go home. So if you have things to do, children to take care of, being a regular on the rural carrier side and getting done as quick as you can really help your personal life out. On the bad side, not all routes are 40 hours a week. It can range from 35 hours a week, which is obviously not even a normal 40-hour paycheck, or it can be 48 hours a week, which is above the normal 40-hour paycheck. And whether you are a 35-hour route, 40-hour route, or a 48-hour route, you can go home and take care of your personal life as quick as you can get done. Obviously, the 48-hour route is going to be a lot more volume, and you're going to get done later. But the pros is that you can go home as quick as you can get done. The cons are, with the 35-hour routes, any route that is under 40 hours a week, depending on your situation, those carriers usually have to take into consideration getting a part-time job. So just to go over that again, the pros and cons of being a regular carrier on the rural side is that you get a set pay and you get to go home as quick as you can finish your route. The cons are, not every route pays you 40 or more hours a week, which may cause you to think about getting a part-time job. I think they are trying to get every route to be a 43-hour route a week. And if that is true, then current carriers and future carriers will not have to worry about that under 40 hours a week check. So just keeping those pros and cons in mind as we talk about the city carrier side next. Two things that I feel are great about the city side is even if you are a regular carrier on the city side, you still get paid hourly. And you have the option to put your name on the overtime list. However, once you put your name on that list, you really can't say no if they need your help. But it is easy time and a half money. And also, the cap on a city carrier's pay is higher than rural carriers. And it only takes 2 years to get your own route as a city carrier. As for the rural side, it can take anywhere from 2 to 3. I do believe that you can go home as quick as you finish your route as a city carrier. Only thing is, since you are getting paid hourly, you will not get paid for a full day's work as you would on the rural carrier side. But we've talked about the pros and cons of the rural side when it comes to having a set pay. So, pros and cons to both sides. The workload on the city side is also a little different, a little heavier on the city side. So just to take that into consideration, pros and cons of each side. And I know I'm not aware of every little similarity or difference between city carrier or rural carriers, but utilize the internet and see what people are saying. There's definitely people who have switched from a rural carrier to a city carrier for the money. There's definitely people who have switched from the city carrier side to the rural side for an easier time. I think it's just depending on you and your situation in life is what will determine which side best suits you. Or even if being a mail carrier isn't for you, there's many other options that you can choose from. There's great benefits here. It sets you up for retirement really well. So if you choose to join the post office, welcome.